You have massive ambitions. You want to build something, achieve something, become someone. But every single morning, motivation just disappears. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. Then next week. Then next month. Frustrating, right? Here's the thing though. It's not laziness. It's the method. You've been taught to attack your goals with brute force. Hustle culture. Grind mindset. No days off. But that system wasn't built for people like you. It was built for robots. But in Japan, they've figured something out. Even the laziest people, people who genuinely hate forcing themselves, they're building remarkable lives. They're getting fit without hating the gym. They're learning skills without all-nighters. They're achieving big things without burning out. What's their secret? I've already done the research for you. Here are 5 Japanese methods specifically designed for ambitious people who refuse to suffer. These aren't massive overhauls. They're tiny shifts that make everything feel effortless. And yes, you can start using them tonight. Tip 1. Kaizen. In Japan there's a philosophy called Kaizen. It literally means continuous improvement. But here's the twist. It's not about massive leaps. It's about tiny, almost invisible shifts. Most people think ambition means big goals and big actions. But Kaizen flips that. It says get 1% better every single day. That's it. Think of it like this. If you want to get fit, you don't need to run a marathon tomorrow. Just walk for 5 extra minutes today. Tomorrow maybe 10. In 3 months you're running without even realizing it happened. Here's why this works for lazy people. There's no resistance. Your brain doesn't fight tiny changes. It only fights big ones. Try this tonight. Pick one area you want to improve. Do the absolute minimum version of it tomorrow. Just 1% better than today. That's your only goal. Tip 2. Ikigai. The Japanese have a concept called ikigai. It's often translated as reason for being. But I think it's better understood as what naturally pulls you forward. Most ambitious people are taught to chase goals that scare them. Do what you hate. Build discipline. But that's completely backwards. The Japanese know something different. When you're doing something that genuinely interests you, you don't need motivation. You need to stop yourself. Lazy people aren't lazy about things they love. You'll spend 8 hours gaming, scrolling, reading about your passion. That's not laziness. That's flow. Here's the distinction. A goal that pushes you requires willpower every single day. A goal that pulls you requires 0 willpower. You just do it because you want to. Try this. Write down 3 things you could spend hours on without getting paid. One of those is your real ikigai. Build your ambitions around it, not against it. Tip 3. Ma. Ma is a Japanese concept that means space or emptiness. But it's not about laziness. It's about intentional emptiness. In Japanese design, art, and music, ma is the silence between the notes. It's what makes the music beautiful. Without it, it's just noise. Most ambitious people fill every moment with productivity. But your brain isn't built for constant input. It needs space to process, to recover, to actually think. Think of your brain like a muscle. You wouldn't lift weights 8 hours a day. You'd lift, rest, recover, then lift again. But with your mind we do exactly that. Work, work, work. No break. Ma says schedule your emptiness. Not sleep. Just nothing. Staring out a window. A walk with no phone. Sitting in silence. This is where your brain actually makes connections. Try this. Block out 15 minutes tomorrow with no phone, no distractions, no purpose. Just be. Your next big idea will come in that space. Not in the hustle. Tip 4. Hara Hachibu. This Japanese principle literally means eat until you are 80% full. But it's not really about food. It's about knowing when to stop before you hit the wall. Most ambitious people push until they burn out completely. They work until they can't anymore. Then they crash. Then they blame themselves for being lazy. It's a cycle. But the Japanese understand something different. Peak performance doesn't come from pushing to 100%. It comes from stopping at 80%, recovering, then going again. Think of a phone battery. If you drain it to 0 every day, it dies faster. But if you keep it between 20 and 80%, it lasts for years. Your energy works the same way. Try this. Tomorrow, when you're 80% done with your work, stop. Even if you feel like you could keep going. Tomorrow you'll do more because you actually recovered. This is how lazy people become unstoppable. Tip 5. Shokunin. Shokunin is the Japanese concept of craftsmanship. A shokunin is someone who has dedicated their life to mastering one specific skill. Often for decades. Most ambitious people try to do everything. They want to be fit and rich and popular and skilled. So they spread themselves thin and master nothing. But the shokunin approach is different. Pick one thing. Just one. and become dangerously good at it. Let that one mastery open all the other doors. Think of it like this. A master swordsmith isn't great at his craft because he tried 15 different skills. He's great because he chose one path and never left. He studied every detail, every technique, every flaw until his hands knew what his mind hadn't even processed yet. That's the kind of skill that gets you noticed. That's the kind of skill that opens opportunities you never even planned for. Try this. Write down everything you're currently trying to improve. Now cross out everything except one. Just one. Give that one thing your full attention for the next 30 days. Watch what happens. So here's what we covered today. Kaizen, get 1% better every single day. Ikigai, build around what pulls you not what pushes you. Schedule your emptiness and let your brain breathe. Hara Hachibu, stop at 80% before you burn out. And Shokunin, master one tiny thing obsessively and let it open every door. These aren't massive life overhauls. They're not about grinding harder or forcing yourself into some superhuman routine. They're about working with your nature instead of fighting against it. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Laziness isn't your enemy. The wrong system is. You're not unmotivated. You've just been using methods built for people who love suffering. The Japanese figured out that ambitious people don't need to suffer. They just need the right framework. And that framework is built for people exactly like you. The top 1% won't just watch this and scroll away. They'll pick one of these methods and try it tonight. So here's my challenge for you. Which method resonates with you the most? Kaizen? Ikigai? Hara Hachibu? Or Shokunin? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. And if this helped you, share it with someone who needs it. Then subscribe because next week I'm breaking down how the Japanese stay focused for hours without ever burning out. Your ambitions don't have to hurt. Let's make them effortless. That's the easy way actually.